If you like the content of this video or the content of my channel, click like, subscribe if you want to. But more importantly, go nowhere. Let's create. Chuletas Guisadas en Fricase. This is a Puerto Rican dish. I'm sure other places do it too. Pork chops, they're going to be in a stew, but fricassee style, meaning that the difference between the guisadas in Puerto Rico and the fricassee is that it's going to add wine, red wine, so sort of red wine. This is very simple. You need at first is some salt. You can be a little bit generous. And I'm going to only use 2 pork chops. Black ground pepper. And I'm going to put the ingredients in the description, all the ingredients, to make the video a little bit shorter. And I have some garlic powder. Not garlic salt, I'm talking about garlic powder. And what I'm doing here, I'm going to repeat in the other side. You flip it, and you pretty much do the same with the 3 ingredients, okay? And you want to heat this at high heat, put some extra virgin olive oil. Not a lot, but enough. You don't want it swimming. You want enough to cover some of the surface area. You want it to heat up a little bit. Now, the pork chops have been at room temperature. It's important that they are room temperature. And this is the step that's different to the traditional Puerto Rican step. In Puerto Rico, we tend to just put everything in the sauce and cook it and do the fricassee. I like to do the braising. Some braising, meaning that I'm going to apply a 2 cooking method because I want this to be delicious. And what I do is, because these porks are kind of relatively thin, that's about 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4. I'm going to cook each side at relatively high heat, maybe a couple notches above medium, for about a minute, maybe a minute and 15 seconds. Flip it, and you're going to do this same on the other side, same amount of time, okay? About a minute and 15 seconds, or maybe 90 seconds. I'm going to flip them. See how beautiful? And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now you're going to put them to rest. But look at this beauty. You didn't cook it fully. Remember, it's a 2-cook process, so you're not cooking them fully. That's why it only cooked for a few minutes. Look at this beauty. Now you're going to reduce the heat. I said about medium, because now you're going to go to the next step. Let it cool down for a couple minutes, a little bit. A medium, maybe a couple notches below medium. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my sofrito. Link in the description how to prepare. But if you don't have sofrito, which is a preserve of different ingredients, I'm going to have something in the description to tell you what to use fresh. For example, these have onions already, garlic, green and red bell peppers, oregano, and that good stuff, you know? So everything is concentrated here. But you don't have to have this, you can replace it. So add it. Start doing your magic. And then I start preparing my base. This is my sofrito already done. And the base is tomato sauce. Mine is natural. 3 small tomato, or perhaps a couple. I grated these babies. Let me put them front on. Mix things up. Grating the base, huh? So what I'm going to do now, I have some smoked paprika, pimentón ahumado. Add some. I said about maybe a teaspoon. This is less than a teaspoon, so that's why you saw me doing more than 3. Some turmeric, same amount. Give it a nice color. Then I'm going to add some pumpkin. You can use squash. It's about 6-7 little pieces. Move this to medium heat. Mix things up. If you like olive, you can add a few, like tablespoon chop. Start mixing things up. This is so easy that's not even funny. Then what I like doing is I bring the pork chops. It's nice when they're truly going to cook internally. And because this is in Fricase, let me do about, for now, about 1/4 cup of water. It's about 1/4. And I'm going to do the same with wine. I like drinking wine. In fact, I'm going to go with a Malbec, Argentinian. It's about 1/4 cup. Now, if you want this more soupy, just add a little bit more water. Just a tiny bit more. But I don't like it soupy. I'm going to put a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise it here a couple notches above medium. I have some bay leaf. Let's put a couple. And you're going to let it cook. And the key of cooking this is making sure the pumpkin, if you use pumpkin, you can use potatoes too, are cooked, are soft. That will tell you that practically everything else will be cooked. Because I want the wine to kind of merge with the food and everything. I'm going to cook this for about 12 minutes and then take a look at what happened. Couple notches about medium. About 2 minutes into it, give it a taste. See if you need salt. Tastes pretty good, but I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Because now is the time to do it. Optional, if you have saffron, you can add a little bit, few strings. Break it down. If you want to, you don't have to. Saffron can be pricey, but you don't need a lot. And let it continue cooking. So these babies, you can eat it with white rice, maybe a side of avocado and tostones. This one I'm going to keep it simple, no rice, no nothing like that. I'm just going to cook some flat tostones. Link in the description on how to prepare this one. Is a very easy short video that will show you how to do this, okay? About 12 minutes later, pumpkins are soft, everything ready. You can have this with more sauce. You can make it soupier. I just don't like it like that. But this is ready. So what I like doing is, for final touch, I put a little bit of cilantro. You know, a few leaves. And I let them there, lower the heat to low. And I leave them there for about a minute, you know, to soften. That's a final touch. You give them the earth, farming flavor, the island flavor and smell.